Hey guys, Iggy Pop here. Thanks for joining me. Yeah, man, a lot going on today. A lot. And the past weekend was fantastic. Oh, yeah. Say hi to my Transformers. That's Megatron. Remember Megatron right there with the gun? Oh yeah, baby, classic. Here's Starscream. Remember Starscream? Yes. Oh yeah. I was a big Transformer nut. Here's who's this guy? Was that Bebop or something? DJ Jazzy Jeff? I can't remember. I was huge at the Transformers as a kid. Here's some more over here. These are the ones you fold them up and you pull them back on their wheels and they go, and then when they pop open, they land on their feet. Fantastic! Oh, here the Dinobots. The Dinobots blew my mind. Oh my God! Why am I talking about Transformers? What am I doing? I got so much. Oh, look, here's another Dinobot. Look, it's a pterodactyl. Pterodactyl right over here by Captain America. Yeah. And so, guys, thanks for joining me. I got to talk about a lot of fun things. A lot of fun stuff. A lot of fun stuff's happening. When I was a kid, I was so nuts into Transformers. I had a paper route. So I'm able to buy my own toys. I never had toys because my parents, there's so many kids. They're like, go play with a rock. There's a rock in the backyard with your name on it. Congratulations. No, so I got my paper route money. I got my shopping cart that I stole. I borrowed from the grocery store down the street. I put all the newspapers in there, and I deliver papers. And now I see the commercial for Dinobots, the Transformers, on the TV. I'm like, oh my God, there's dinosaurs that are Transformers. So they're supposed to be in stores. And in my town, I had Toys R Us and Child World. I call Toys R Us. They're the ones that's supposed to have it. The guy, I wait until 10 o'clock when the store opens. I'm on my phone. And the guy goes, hello, Toys R Us. I'm like, yeah, do you have Dinobots? Let me check. No, I don't know. You got to call back. Call back tomorrow. We might have them. The worst thing you could tell a young kid like me. I called back, of course, 10 o'clock the next day. Do you have Dinobots? No, is this the same? No, call back. I'm sure we'll get them. I called back every day at 10 o'clock. This guy's like, it's you! Stop calling! Finally, they had him after about a month and a half. I was like, whoopee! Yeah, the guy was on suicide watch. I started at a young age, just tortured people. Anyways, my buddy Damien from A Sleepy Reader. What a great guy. I could hang out with this guy forever. He came by, he was visiting his mom who lives in Connecticut, and he said, he's a man of his word. He said, I will call you when I get. He called me, and I didn't even think we were going to meet up because it was a busy weekend for me. There was a lot of family in town. I had to go to funerals and this and that, and I had to work Saturday, but it all worked out perfectly. I got out of work, I drive to Second Alarm Comics, and he met me there. Damien, in the flesh. I was like, no, 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 no. And he was like this, knocked me right in the face. No. Now, anyways, what a great guy. And like an idiot, ombriago, stupido. I didn't even have anything presents for him. I didn't even think that this was even going to happen. And he comes all the way from Oregon, the West Coast, and he's got bearing gifts. And I'm so stupid. Anyways, he came and he gave me this. Planet of the Apes. Yes! Right, Shannon? Issue number 1, the magazine. Fantastic. Mike Plug art. So me and Damien had such a blast, man. We have so much in common. It's like, he reminds me of like one of my brothers. He reminds me of my brother Brian. I could just talk to this guy. Very easy to talk to. He likes art. He showed me some of his art, and he laughed at some of my art. And we're talking comics. He met Hawk Woman. He met Hawk Dog. He came into the Hawk's Nest. There's a couple of rituals you got to do before you come in the Hawk's Nest, Sometimes it's like Thunderdome. 2 men enter, 1 man leave. But you got to come in, you got to go, oh. He didn't have a problem doing that. So we go into Second Alarm Comics. I'm like this. I'm like, and people are like, hey, and then all of a sudden they're like, wait a minute, stranger danger. They're looking at Damien. Damien's like, do you think they're really do they really chant? I was like, come on, man. I don't know. We're going to have to find out. And of course they chant. So he gave me this. This is great. I read this the other night. So listen to this. Yesterday, I made a video I'm 25 minutes into this video. I talked about Damien, I talked about this, and then the phone, boom, conks out, storage full. I had to trash the whole thing. I did a big special on Squadron Supreme. I did a whole review of the Maxi series. I had to chuck it. You know, Squadron Supreme with Hyperion, that redheaded guy. You know that redhead. Yeah, people have red hair. So Damien gave me that. Awesome. I have two of my brothers have red hair, right? You think it's like a freak thing. It's like people are like, oh my God, he's got red hair. Like it's like they saw a UFO. It happens. People have red hair. You know, I'm left-handed. It happens. It's not like seeing a Sasquatch in the woods, you know? So this is what always happens. So then Damien gave me this. Number 2. I didn't read this yet. The art in here is so great. Mike Plug again. And, you know, the black and white. And then he obviously, you could tell all the shadowing. Me and Damien were discussing this, you know, like how they do the shadowing with the inks. Like they lighten the ink with the water and they brush it in. It's just very thorough and awesome. What was I talking about? Redheads. Yeah, so 2 of my brothers have red hair. And this is what I remember growing up. This is what people always come up to my brothers. We'd be walking on or doing something, and people would go, oh, Carrot Top, your mom have red hair? And she, no, your mom or your father don't have, my dad didn't have red hair. My mother didn't have red hair. So they always go, did the milkman have red hair? What do people think? I was like, I'll handle this. Listen, first of all, the milkman, no, he didn't ever have red hair. And that's a profession from 60 years ago. So I didn't think he had anything to do with it. And thanks for implying my mother is a prostitute. What, are you kidding me? Anyways. So Damien, 3 things he gives me. And you know what I gave him? Nothing. No, I did. I gave him, we're in the Hawk's Nest looking at comics, and he did leave. He didn't leave empty-handed. Let me just say that, all right? But I do have what they call regrets. I have a couple of regrets. So he gave me this. This is something that no one's ever seen besides me and Damien. This is like a very independent comic from like 1972. And Barbarian Comics, it's called, right? And it's called Sun and Steel. And I can't keep my eyes off of this. This is by Hale Han. And just look at the cross-hatching and all this. This guy, he must have been locked away in like a prison with like a piece of charcoal and a nubby pencil. All the cross-hatching in there. My Lord! I got carpal tunnel just looking at it. And it's very intense art. I didn't read it, but I looked at every single page and every single drawing. I mean, just look at it. So, super, super awesome guy, Damien. And I hope he comes back soon. You know, his mom still lives out here in Connecticut. I don't think I'm shooting out to Oregon anytime soon, so I don't have any plans scheduled for Oregon. No. But, so anyways, so that whole video I did on Squadron Supreme, I had to chuck it, man. So I had to go get my phone. I had to get some more storage on my phone. I'm not too technically savvy. So this is great. Very violent. This guy is missing an arm. We call him Lefty. So it was super cool stuff. And because he's a big barbarian nut like me, Damien. And he is the best. We had a blast. So when he comes out again, hopefully we could hang out and do our thing, man. I mean, just look at this stuff. Right? So, thank you, Damien. Great guy. Great guy. So, there's a guy. His, it's called, Comic Bookworm. Comic Bookworm channel. All right? And Damien told me about this. And Metarog also did it too. This title list is going to be called hashtag CBC Newby. All right? It's 10 questions. And I'm going to put it out there. I'm going to answer the questions. But also, we're going to celebrate today. You want to know why? Celebrate! I have over 500 subscribers! Oh my God! Oh! You know, okay, I'm done. I don't want... 500 is perfect. I'm not one of those guys that sit around and count subscribers. I mean, and I want to thank my my nephew Nicholas, all right? This guy, he calls me up, he goes, hey, I got your back, pal. Because I was hovering around like 497. He goes, I'm in your corner. Then all of a sudden, bing, I got 503 subscribers. And you know what? I want to thank all you guys for subscribing. It's awesome. I never had comic book friends. That's number one. And number two, it's just a blast. And thank you to all those guys that I bribed. It's fantastic. It all worked out. So that's all. That's all I need. Nothing more. I don't want any more. Anything over 500, that's just too much. You know, I just like the family we have here. You know, I can make fun of you and you don't take offense. You know, it's just good stuff. Good stuff. Some people you make fun of, they get angry, man, like a porcupine with hemorrhoids. And that reminds me, remember that guy? I was at Harvey's and I was trying to look at comics and he was like throwing long boxes and going all fast and being all. This guy does not know how to browse. Bothered me. I had to leave. I was like, Harvey, I'm out. Where are you going, Jim? I says, this guy bothers me. So, anyways, hashtag CBC Newby. All right, I'm going to answer 10 questions that this guy wrote down. His name is Nam, and I checked out his channel. I subscribed to his channel, and it's fantastic. And another thing, the next video I do, which is coming soon, I'm going to go over the Squadron Supreme review. I'll do it again, and I'm going to come up with a 500 subscriber giveaway. I mean, I'm going to come up with something. And I don't want just one person to win. Because I never win anything. But that whole another thing. I won a contest from Mon Comics, M-O-N. Stands for Monster. Brandon has Mon Comics, and he just had like something. I was looking at his video. He goes, "Oh yeah, by the way, he had a contest." And I hashtag whatever he said to do, and he calls me up and he says I won. Never win anything. First time. Awesome. So I'm gonna have a package in the mail. He says. Hey! So anyways, next video I do, I'll have something, and not just one person win. Let's have like 3 people win. I'll pull 3 numbers out of a hat or something. You know, fireworks, whatever we'll do. We'll get nuts. I'm gonna have Van Halen playing here. Yeah, The Who, Zeppelin's coming. It's gonna be a blast, guys. No drinking though, because things get out of hand. Sonia gets nuts. All right, but maybe a little drugs. You know, a little crack. No, kids. No drugs. No drugs. All right. Because, Henry Kissinger is still tweaking. All right, listen. I'm going to knock this out of the park. I'm going to, okay. I need some light. Light! Glasses. Glasses! And as I do a question, I'm going to go over. Oh, first of all, let me show you what I got at Second Alarm Comics when I was with Damien. You son of... All right. So I was with Damien. And I picked up this. The Lonely War of Captain Willie Schultz. Good old Willie. Hello there, Willie. This is Charlton. We're doing the Charlton. And this is number 85. This is a reprint. This is 1985, but this was originally printed in 1967. All dogs go to heaven. And this guy Willie. Hello, Willie. He's falsely accused of killing his company officer, like his leader of his troop, and now he's on the run. And he needs a shirt. Anyone know how to sew? All right. And it's originally spawned from Our Fighting Army from Charlton Comics, and he was part of that. And now he's on the run, falsely accused. That's not fair. And it was really cool. I read it. I just loved the cover, and I never saw Captain Willie Schultz, so I said, "Let me check it out." And then I got this. Boom! Attack! And this is by Spire Christian Comics. Very ironic. You know, this is about war and killing people in other countries, done by Spire Christian Comics. No, it's actually not. It's about the bombing of Pearl Harbor. I read this, and the art is fantastic. Fantastic, guys. Do you believe me? Do you? And Spire Christian Comics, and this is done in 1975. Yep, and all that jive. And the cover's by Al Hartley. And the story's told by the Japanese version. It's told by their side, and it's told by one of their troops, and then it's also told by a prisoner of war from the American side. And then at the end, they get together, Japanese guy and the American prisoner of war, and they say a little prayer to God and say, keep God number one, and you will not go to war. And it's a little something to learn. But check it out. Christian Spire Comics, I'm impressed. Because I seen them out there, and I never really pulled the trigger. Nothing really interested me. But war comics, I'm all about. And see, there's the Japanese pilots. They're like, oh my, do I have to kamikaze? And it's great. It's great. Told by the Japanese version of events. And so you can see both sides. There's two sides to every story. There's two sides of each coin. There's usually two eyes on a head, but, you know, sometimes not so much. And yeah, that's what happens in my bathroom after a long night at Taco Bell. And what else? Yeah, it's cool, man. Hiroshima, I mean, they go through the whole thing. And at the end, it's all good. They're like, yeah, baby. So, good stuff. Very inspirational. I liked it, and I'm glad I got it. And then, I listen, this goes out to Rod. All right? I got this for you, pal. You. Dr. Silver Age. Green Lantern, issue number 39. I'll rip out your spine. Yeah. Check it out. This is a condition of whoa plus. All right? This is September of 65, Staying Alive. And Gil Kane, Insane in the Membrane. This is done by Gil Kane. And this is Brutus Force right here in the ring. That reminds me of the Bugs Bunny cartoon. The Terror! Bugs Bunny was with Nature Boy, and they brought Nature Boy into the ring. He's like, doo, 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 doo. And then the Terror, he's like, what? And he grabbed Nature Boy's hairnet, pulled it over his head, and then tied him up like a speed bag. He's going, doo, 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 doo. And then he was all beat up, Nature Boy, and all the signs were coming out of the speed bag. He's going, help, stop, please. All right. Anyways, I had a flashback. He knocked my own Power Ring glove back at me. How did he do that? Because brute force is nuts. And the writer is John Broome. And the pens inside are done by Gil Kane. And the letters, I just want to mention the letterer because it's Gaspar Saladino. Great book, man. Yeah. I love the old Green Lanterns because Hal is my pal. All right. And then I got this. I want you guys to relax. This is Brave and Bold issue number 101. 101, and it's all done. I mean, look at Metamorpho. He's a tombstone. You know why? You know why they put fences around graveyards? Because people are dying to get in. Boom. Yeah. This is great. Because Bob Haney's the writer. And this is May of 72, Cuckoo Cuckoo. And Aparo does all the art and the inks, and he did the cover. But I want you to see how he draws. There's no escape, Batman. Your final death trap has been sprung. Sprung. I gotta chill out. Whew. Anyways, I have a friend, all right? I have a friend. His name is Damien. You've got a friend. All right. Wait till you see how Jim Aparo inks Metamorpho. I mean, it's just fantastic. I mean, of course, Batman, he does a great job, right? There's Metamorpho. I had never seen Metamorpho drawn so awesome. Let me get to the good stuff. Check this out, man. Just look at the musculature and the texture of Metamorpho. Boom. Yeah, man. Just look at the shadowy and there's Metamorpho kissing his girl. I mean, his girlfriend. She must be a daredevil of some sort. She must be Evil Knievel to kiss that punim. I mean, look at her. She's all in there and enjoying it. He's like, I was like, whoa. All right. Now, just look. I mean, I just love this shit. Great job. And just look at this. I mean, come on. Come on. Look at that. Look at the shadowing and all the texture. Great stuff. Awesome. I loved it. But the best part, the best part, Viking Prince. My favorite Viking named John, but it is done by Joe Kubert. He was almost my dad. I told you, when I was younger, I said, Mr. Kubert, will you adopt me? And his two sons, Andy and her, like, don't do it, Dad. Don't do it. I was like, sir, please, I'll do anything. He's like, no, I'm sorry, kid. Joe Kubert. I mean, look at this. This is at his peak. I mean, it's great. The Viking Prince. Just look at this. Panel after panel. Awesomeness. I mean, it's just fantastic. You should have seen the video I had to trash that was about the Squadron Supreme. I outdid myself. I mean, just check this out. I mean, look. It's a Viking ship flying in the sky. Someone ate the brown acid. It wasn't me. All right. So, that was a Second Alarm Comics with my buddy, my pal, Damien from Sleepy Reader 666. He also has a second channel, Sleepy Book Reader, or I don't know. I'm sorry, Damien. I am sorry. All right. So let's go over these questions. This is hashtag CBC Newby. CBC obviously stands for crazy brain cramps. CBC? No, it doesn't. You silly. CBC. That means comic book community. All right. So he says. Anyways, this is OMAC. I'm going to go over the OMAC. Every question I'm going to show an OMAC book. All right. This OMAC goes from 1 to 8 in this series. OMAC stands for One Man Army Corps. Says it right there, all right, pal? And that's how I put my wife to bed at night. I fold her up into a cube, and I just put her right in a drawer. I was like, I'll see you in the morning. Night-night. Don't let the bed bug bite. And, yeah, anyways, you could get a wife online, and they come packaged just like this, and they'll come right to your doorstep. Easy peasy. Yeah, anyways. So, this is great. I know Shannon's a big, huge OMAC fan. So am I. I love it. I love it, love it, love it! And, but this is great. Jack Kirby, Perfection. Issue number 1. All right, to question number 1. Why did you start a comic book channel? Oh my God, this is tough. Why am I doing this? Why? Because I didn't have any friends that collected comic books. And to be honest, I didn't have any friends at all. But that's another story. I was watching everyone on YouTube, and I was like, this is great. And I see people on YouTube going to comic book stores with other people, and they have friends. And I was like, I need that. So, and I also, they were covering stuff I like, because Shannon and Dr. Silver Age and all those guys and Damien, they talk about Barbarian books and all the comic book heroes and Justice League, everything I like, and Justice JSA. But there's other things I like that I didn't see. Like, I would type into Shannon, I'd be like, hey, did you ever think about doing the Karate Kids series? And he'd be like, that's a great idea there, Jim. I was James Higgins at the time. And then you know, he does his own thing, but he has to. That's what he does. So I'm down here one day with my phone, and I'm talking to myself. I put the phone up, and I went over the Karate Kids series, 1 through 16, and then I did like 3 or 4 shows and down here just talking to myself. Then finally I go to my wife, I'm like, how do you put stuff on YouTube? And she's like this, you moron. And then they're all backwards. The mirror thing was backwards. Everything was written backwards on the phone. And Captain Strangelove was like, hey, moron, reverse the image. I said, oh, you're a genius. Anyways, what was the question? this is not good for me. I get distracted. Why did you start your own comic book channel? Because number 2, I have 2 copies of OMAC issue number 2. This one it's got a little divot. That's what the store owners used to do back in the day. Here's issue number 2 of OMAC. Look at that. In the era of the super rich, take a billion. Money is no subject. Only kill OMAC. They can't kill OMAC because he's a one-man army corps. Awesome. So, question number 2. What are some fun and unique things you can bring to the comic book community? I have a sword that is a letter opener. I interviewed Chip Zdarsky. Look. See, Chip is still here. He likes to hang out. What else is unique? What else is unique? I do not have a third nipple. That's unique. And what else? I revolutionized the Fig Newton. And I love comic books. That's issue number 2. And that's question number 2. Issue number 3, OMAC One-Man Army. He is special. He is ready. He must fight a task force, 100,000 foes. Look at that beautiful cover. Issue number 3. I got 2 copies of 3. That's my barber chair. See what he's on there? Yeah. My barber's crazy. He's like, you better buckle up. Yeah, look at that. So, question number 3. What are you most excited about with the new channel? The new channel I am most excited about is me just communicating with the people I chat with, and just continue conversation with these people because it's fantastic. I can't get enough of it. When you guys chat me, and I see all you guys chat me, I just love talking about comic books. When I talk to my wife about comic books, Hawkwoman, she goes cross-eyed. So I need this, like the air I breathe, and that's, let's see, what was the question? I got problems. What are you most excited about with the new channel? I am most excited about just showing my comics, and because it's non-stop material, non-stop. I want to drill down and like with the Squadron Supreme, I just want to talk about certain stories. There's so many JSA stories I want to break down. Just awesome stuff. It's going to be great. It's going to be great. Yes. That's issue number 3. Issue number 4. A doomsday monster made to order. Busting of a Conqueror. That's the classic Jack Kirby monster. There's a little Kirby crackle in there. And there's nothing unique about me and my channel. I'm just another blueberry in the pie. I'm just another bozo on the bus. Everything I show has been shown 100 times before. But I feel I need to show it. Question number 4. Open the door. What and when is the first comic you bought and read? That would be a Conan comic. I think I grabbed one. It's probably this issue. This is the time frame. Issue number 177 I grabbed. This is Conan the Barbarian. This is when I was Conan mad. I was frothing at the mouth for Conan. And I walked into the comic book store and I found out, because I was watching the movie, and I was an Arnold Schwarzenegger nut as a kid. And then they told me, my cousin Mark, who I just saw this past weekend because of a funeral, which is unfortunate, but it's good to see him. And he was a comic book collector, and that's how I got into comics. And he's like, they have Conan comic books. I was like, what? He's like, yeah. So I started with that. Marvel, believe it or not, I started collecting Conan. Then I got into Daredevil. Then I was like, there's Hawkman. Hawkman is like Conan with wings. Look out! So it was something like this. That would be the first comic I probably bought and read with my own money. That's right, baby. So, and there's OMAC number 4. Check it out. I got 2 copies of 4. All right. Now, question number 5. OMAC number 5. Look at this. This is in a condition of whoa plus. All right. Look at all the people lined up. All right. This, you got to read this. It's just great. All right. Question number 5. What kind of comics do you like to collect and read? You're looking at them. All kinds. I just told you how I started, but I love teams. I love the DC Legacy. I love JSA. I love All-Star Squadron, Justice League. I love teams. But I also love Adam Strange, Captain Comet, Hawkman, obviously. I love it all, baby. I love it all. And it's growing because of you guys. And it's all good. It's not a bad thing. It's all good. And those are the kind of comics I like to collect and read. I like adventure, sword and sorcery. I love jungle action. I love science fiction. I love it all. But it's got to be good character. It's got to be good characters and good writing, and the art has to be, it has to be good. It doesn't have to be the total package. It's just got to be right up there, close to it. And I'm down. I love it, man. I love the old stuff. I like it old. Like my dog, Hawk Dog. He's old. Like my T-shirt. It's a quitter. My socks, they're down by my ankles. They're old. All right. Question number 6. OMAC, issue number 6. Look at that. Look at this guy right here. All right? It's great. Look at that. All right, question number 6. Have you ever speculated on a comic book? If not, or why not? If so, why? What was it? I never speculated on a book, ever. I leave that to some other clown, Nostradamus. I speculate he'll be making an appearance one of these days. All right, that takes care of that. All right, issue number 7. Look at this, baby. The water. He's stealing all the water in the world. What a jerk. Look at that, huh? Question number 7. Do you collect slab, raw, or both, and why? I do not collect any slabs. I don't have any. I collect raw. Yeah. And raw or both. No, I don't have a slab. Don't want any slabs. Because that is like Shawshank for a comic book. It's in prison. And I like my comic books free. Free. Yes. I like them free when you don't pay for them. And I like them free out in the open so you can read them. Because if you read your comics, they make you smart. And this is the last issue of OMAC, issue number 8. All right? The guy's saying, take a good look, OMAC. In a few minutes, you're going to be one of them. And Joe Kubert does this cover. Classic. Almost My Dad, Joe Kubert. I love it, man. Great book. Great series. All right, question number 8. Have you ever traded comic books? If so, what was the first trade? I haven't. I was going to say, just until I got this channel, I didn't trade any books, but that's not true. I think there was a guy he used to open up his garage, and I found him on Facebook. And I used to go to his garage about 4 towns over, and every once in a while, and I look at his books, and he liked Star Wars, and I think he was into Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and I had some Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and I had some Star Wars books, and I wasn't really down with Star Wars at the time, so I brought over some Star Wars for him, and a couple Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles that I had. I think that was the first time I traded some books, and he gave me a deal on some of the books I wanted. But after that, I got the channel, and I started talking to other comic book guys, and we swapped books here and there with my buddies. My pals, my amigos. You my amigo, muchacho? I think you are, I say. All right. That's it for OMAC. What do we got for questions? I wrote them down. Do you collect gold, silver, bronze, or modern? And why? I collect them all. I have a current poll list of certain titles, like some Green Lanterns, World's Finest I like, Superman, any Superman or Action Comics title, and whenever they decide to bring Hawkman out of the, out of wherever they keep him, Justice Society is out again, that kind of stuff. That's my current modern, and I like Silver Age, Golden Age, if it so happens to raise its awesome head. And I Bronze Age. I collect it all. The last question: tell us about your first comic book with your first personal story tied to it. That's a tough one. I don't know. Conan. Because my village was raided by some another village and they slaughtered my family. No, I don't know. New Gods, because I was just hanging around being a god one day. No, I don't know. I don't know. I think maybe I relate to comeback stories, almost like watching a Rocky movie. I really liked Bane. One of the Bane, I can't get it out now, but one of the Bane stories where he was locked up in prison and he got all self-conscious and he was like he was low self-esteem and he was all chubby and fat, and then one day, so I can't remember how the story goes, but he gets nuts. He starts doing 100 million push-ups. He's doing crunches. He's doing pull-ups. And he gets to the old Bane without the juice, without the Bane serum. Yes. Oh, I also like, I can relate to a lot of stuff. The James Robinson Starman series, I relate to that. The father-son dynamic, I relate to that story greatly. Comics, I relate to comics. It's in my blood. Thank you for the 10 questions. It's great. Comic Bookworm channel. I subscribe to his channel. Great guy. And someday, I'm a big OMAC nut. But here's in 2005, this came out with Rucka came out with this series. Right, this was 6 issues. All right, we should go over. These are all great stuff. Booster Gold. I mean, this is all great. Issue number 3. This is a pre-Infinite Crisis, the countdown. This was the OMAC that was Brother Eye OMAC type of thing with Batman also. Issue number 4. Here's issue number 5 of 6. These were done very well. And here's issue number 6. All right. And here's number 1. This is 6. All right. Now here's another one. This is done written by Bruce Jones. This is an 8-issue series. Issue number 1. This was different. It wasn't as good, in my opinion. Here's issue number 2. I got 2 copies of 2. A young kid is OMAC, and he doesn't know what's going on. People are chasing him. There's issue number 3. I mean, it was a good read, but it's not the version of OMAC I dig. There's issue number 5. There's the satellite. There's issue number 6. That's a girl he hooks up with. Here's issue number 7. And here's the last one, issue number 8. This is done by Bruce Jones and Alan Goldman. All right. And then I'll save this. Let's see here. Someday I'll go over to John Byrne OMAC. We'll save that. But here's the Countdown Special OMAC. You guys probably seen this around. That's very good. All sorts of good reading in there. All right? So, I just wanted to touch base. Listen, next time we talk, guys, we're going to, I'm going to have a little 500 subscriber giveaway. All right? It'll be fun. It's all fun. Whatever. I would give everything to all you guys because without you, I wouldn't, this brings a smile to my face. Yeah. So, I think that's it. Let's sing a song. This goes out to my friend Beckerman. Oh, Beckerman. Listen. Beckerman doesn't sniff glue. You know what? That's all just hearsay. He says he can stop anytime he wants. Good on you, mate. All right. I want to thank Damien from Sleepy Reader 666 for coming out and hanging out with me because it made me feel good. My next show, I promise I will do the Squadron Supreme maxi series. The other maxi series, the first one I ever went over with on this channel was Excalibur. Fantastic read. 500 people subscribe. Only a few I had to bribe. Don't care about the number in the end. Just happy I made some friends. I know I'm not in the right place, 'cause you guys bring a smile to my face. I no longer deliver newspapers in a shopping cart, because I read my comics and they make me smart. Read your comics, they make you smart.